How do I know if that's within the imaginary circumstances or not?
Say you keep trying and trying, and you're very, very frustrated as a student. How can you help yourself? What is the best thing to do?
What do you do when you're on stage and you're not getting what you need from your partner?
You're tense and that's getting in your way. How do you get rid of that?
What happens when something happens inside and you get self-conscious?
There's a tendency to attack oneself and say, well, I'm not good. Why isn't this happening?
Acting is the ability to live truthfully under the given imaginary circumstances. And what that simply means is whatever we do, we really do it. We don't fake it, we don't pretend it, we don't manipulate it, we don't become somebody else to do it. We work out of who we are and what Sandy called our sense of truth. Some of Sandy's more powerful alumni, Sidney Pollack, Mark Rydell, people like that, were concerned that Sandy would pass away and there would be no record of his work. So they all got together and they went to Joseph Papp, and Joseph Papp gave them the public theater, and they decided to shoot the entire technique. I believe it was done in 5 or 6 months, and they did 2 sessions a day, a morning session and an afternoon session. And Sidney shot all the footage. The technique has always been known up until today as theater's best kept secret. You had to know who Sandy was to find him. He was not a self-promoter. He taught all the way up until about 2 weeks before he died. He was 92. The reason that Sandy basically lost his voice was through throat cancer. They completely removed his throat the first time, and he had to learn to speak from scratch. He learned a breathing technique where he burped up the air, but he didn't quit smoking. So he had a second cancer surgery and completely lost his voice a second time and had to relearn it. And he still didn't quit smoking, and he actually had a third surgery. So he literally had to relearn how to speak 3 times. Everybody comes to Hollywood or New York and wants to be an actor thinking it's about becoming somebody else. And what they all find out, especially when they come to our school, is that no, it's not about becoming somebody else. It's about stepping into who you are 100% and using you, because that's the best you can be. What Sandy taught and what we try to do, keeping that alive, is to teach you to be you, and you're unique, and you're individual, and your voice has meaning. So the greatest thing it does is it teaches people to use who they are. And I don't know anything else, including things outside of acting, that does it to the degree that this does. And that's why people will tell you, the ones that stick it out, they'll say this technique is not only a technique in learning how to act, but it's a technique in learning how to live life. And it changes people's lives.
Now when I get wet, I get fuss, hands me, tastefully. Does anyone has difficult with his or the hearing? Glory days. Do it well.
Yes.
Is anybody here who's slightly deaf?
No.
Don't lie to me. Okay. I believe you. You all can hear. Now I ask another question. Do you think that you can repeat what you hear?
Yes.
Yes.
Who can't? My nephew can't. You can hear, and you can repeat what you hear. One night,
Can I repeat what?
You have to.
I have to.
You have to. Say.
What did I just say?
What did I just say?
You just said, can I?
What did I just say?
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 That's right. Don't you hear?
Can she hear?
Can you repeat?
Can she repeat?
Can you?
Can she?
I'm asking you.
You're asking me.
Sandy felt that actors had two major problems. One, they were self-conscious, and two, they didn't listen. And at one point, he was bedridden in a hospital for 3 days, and he had absolutely nothing to do, so he just laid there and thought about acting. And he thought, what can I do to get people to not be self-conscious and to truly learn to listen? And he thought, if we took a word, something that's true, as in blue shirt, the blue shirt you're wearing, you put that blue shirt on today, so you know that it's true and you're wearing it. I'm looking at you, I can see that it's blue. So therefore, we both know that statement is true. So when I say it to you, and you repeat it back to me, we're not questioning anymore the truth or non-truth of that statement. So we stop listening to the word, and we really truly begin to listen to the human being and how they're saying that word, and the tone and the behavior in that word. And it is the best exercise in the world for an actor's concentration, because it truly forces them to get out of their brain, because you cannot think and listen at the same time. And if I put my attention all on you 100%, then my self-consciousness automatically goes away, because I'm no longer thinking about me, I'm thinking about you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, starting with something that maybe I heard this part, and you play repetition with it.
You have sandals on.
I have sandals on.
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 Now, this is what she would do. She would figure out how to answer him. Just repeat. Don't be intelligent.
You have sandals on.
I have sandals on.
You have sandals on.
I have sandals on.
You have sandals on.
I know I have sandals on.
You know you have sandals on?
Yes, I know.
Yes, you know?
Yes, I know.
Yes, you know.
I know.
You know.
I know.
You know.
Yes.
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 Why you stop?
I don't know.
You stop because you were looking for something new to say.
Is that bad?
Yes. At the moment, it's not.
Okay.
Listen, this is How much is there?
Not much.
Practically none. That's the beginning. Right.
Don't hit back.
She missed the ball.
It's really about giving up control. and letting you lead me wherever I go. And we build a conversation based on each other's behavior. Whatever you tell me truthfully, I will answer you truthfully.
You look like you're all ready.
I look like I'm all ready?
Yeah, you look like you're all ready.
Yeah, I look like I'm all ready.
Yeah, you look like you're all ready.
Yeah, I look like I'm all ready.
Yeah.
What, you
We've
lost
said
it? What?
What?
What? What?
We stopped now. That's the trouble.
I don't know.
Thinking of what to say? He didn't look like he was ready anymore.
She was thinking about change. You don't calculate when you doubt. Repeat. Don't make sense. When you get to Shakespeare, you make sense. Clear.
You're looking at me.
Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, you're looking at me.
I'm looking at you.
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 Yes, you're looking at me.
Yes, I'm looking at you.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you
Oh,
are.
yes, I am.
What?
What?
That was okay.
That was okay.
Yeah. You changed me. That's all right. I wouldn't change it. I would go on until everybody is born to death. Okay, sit down. Come, you two. I can just repeat what you hear. You said you can do it.
You're waiting on me.
I'm waiting on you.
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 Waiting on me.
I'm waiting on you.
You're 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 waiting on me.
I'm waiting on you.
You are waiting on me.
I am waiting on you.
You are waiting on me.
I am waiting on you.
You are waiting on me.
I am waiting on you.
You are waiting on me.
I am waiting on you.
You're waiting on me.
I'm waiting on you.
That would have been good. As it was. It was all right. Can everybody try to do it in the most mechanic, meaningless kind of way? You can. Now absolutely mechanic.
You have a blue dress.
I 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 have a blue dress.
Okay. I like to know. It was exactly what I asked for. Absolutely mechanical. Let's have some more of these mechanics. Come. Okay, you start. mechanic.
Your shirt is tied.
My shirt is tied.
Your shirt is
My
tied.
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 shirt is tied.
Your shirt is tied.
My shirt is tied.
That's that singer tempo where it became totally meaningless. That suggested wonderful. There is attention.
See? And what he's saying.
On hers.
If you can't listen, you can't act. It doesn't matter how talented you are. If you're not listening, you don't know what happened. And life happens in the moment. It happens to us now when we're involved. If I'm living in the past, I'm not really alive. I'm focusing on something that's already done. If I'm thinking about the future and I'm worried, again, I'm thinking about something that's not real. It hasn't happened yet. The only thing that's real is what's going on between you and me right now, right here in this moment.
Yes.
That's a lovely house.
It's a lovely red blouse?
A lovely red blouse.
It's not a red blouse.
That simple thing is avoiding you. Squaring the feels of
I'm staring at you.
you squaring me.
I'm staring at you.
But second one on the point of view. What was it?
Defiant.
Yes, I am.
You said defiant. I was embarrassed. What did you accomplish? Say it. Okay. Now we're talking about repetition and something having what's having.
And the next step in that would be the point of view. Once you bring point of view into it, you really leave the simple objects and you look deeper into the person. You look tired today. Yes, I look tired today. Yes, you are. And you start to see what that person really is.
You have blue eyes.
I have blue eyes.
You have blue eyes.
I don't have blue eyes.
You don't have blue eyes?
No, I don't have blue eyes.
You don't have blue eyes?
No, I don't have blue eyes.
They look blue to me.
They look blue to you.
They look blue to me.
They look blue to you.
Yes, they look blue to me.
They shouldn't look blue to you.
They shouldn't look blue to me.
No, they shouldn't look blue.
They shouldn't look blue.
No, they shouldn't look blue.
What should they look?
What should they look?
What should they look?
Can't you see?
Yes, I can see.
Yes, you can see.
Yes, I can see.
Yes, you can see.
Yes, I can see.
Oh, yes, you can see.
You don't believe me.
No, I don't believe you.
You don't believe me?
No, I don't believe you.
You don't believe me.
Merchandise. You something. But that was it. That was repetition. Right? Was there point of view in it? The point of view is very significant in interpretation. You see? But now it's purely spontaneous point of view.
You have big teeth.
I have big teeth.
You have big teeth.
I have big teeth.
Yes, you have big teeth.
All right, I have big teeth.
All right, you have big teeth.
All right, I have big teeth.
All right, you're a little bothered.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You missed something.
Yeah.
What?
You looked a little embarrassed by it.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, so I should pick up. I see.
I'm coming to that. Let me see.
You look tough, Bob.
I look tough, Bob.
You look tough, Bob.
I look tough.
You look tough.
I look tough.
You look tough.
You got a kick out of that.
Yeah, I got a kick out of
Yeah,
it.
you got a kick out of it.
Yeah, I got a kick out of
Well,
it.
you got a kick out of it.
All right, I got a kick out of
All
it.
right, you got a kick out of it.
All right, I got a kick out of it.
All right, you got a kick out
Well,
of
don't
it.
get offended.
I'm not getting offended.
You're getting offended.
I am getting offended.
You are getting offended.
And
Going too far. Yeah, really? Okay, let me see. Your game's yours.
Little mustache.
I have a little mustache.
Kind of shocked you, huh?
Can I shock me?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
Not really?
No, not really.
Oh, no, not really.
Oh, no, not really.
Oh, no, not really.
That's beginning to bug you now.
Beginning to bug me.
Yeah, it's beginning to bug you.
Yeah, it's beginning to bug me.
Yeah, it's beginning to bug
Oh, you love that, don't you?
Yeah, I love that.
Ugh.
Didn't know what to say, huh?
No, I didn't know what to
No, you
say.
didn't know what to say.
No, I didn't know what to say.
Didn't know what to say.
No, I didn't know what to say.
No, you didn't know what to say?
No, I didn't know what to say. You're getting a lot of enjoyment out of this.
Yes, I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Yes, you are.
Stick your tongue out at me.
I wasn't sticking my tongue out
You
at
stuck
you.
your tongue out at me.
I did not stick my
You stuck your tongue out at me.
I did not stick my tongue out at
You
you.
don't know what to say, did
No, I
you?
don't.
That was okay. Let me see. I'll work with you where you are. Now, we gotta keep the repetition. We gotta keep the contact. This time, the contact, the repetition comes from my behavior, not only from my words. We start with something political.
I think Carter's going to win again. I think Carter's going to win.
No, you didn't do it. You think you didn't do it? What was I saying?
What, are you crazy?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. You say you don't get it.
No.
I'll do it again. Without the words. Same thing.
Same thing. I think Carter's going to win again.
Not pretty much the same thing. What was I saying?
Well, that's pretty awful.
You know, the acne is behavior. Acne is behavior.
An ounce of behavior is worth a pound of words. And what that simply means is that behavior happens first. Whenever something happens to you, the last thing you do is utter a word. First thing is you feel, then you process it, then you speak it.
It's a hot day outside.
What I say.
Well, yes, of course.
That's an obvious
Yes.
it's your ability, your growing ability to read behavior, which we're talking about. You do something with me.
Say anything?
I don't care anything.
I hear you and Lee Strasberg are like two peas in a pod.
What am I saying?
You're agreeing sarcastically, I thought.
Strasberg's technique, and this is very general statement, basically says that I will generate what I do, that it doesn't matter so much what you do. I'm going to cry on this line, I'm going to get angry on this line, and they generate the work themselves. And it does work for some actors. Stella's version of it started with the character. She was all about the character and then working back to the sense of truth in the person. But they would start with, you know, how does the character walk? How does it talk? What time period? And they would get all of that and work their way back. Whereas Sandy felt that actors basically had two major problems. One, they were self-conscious, and two, they don't listen. So he felt that when you put your attention on the other person and you open up to them and allow them to penetrate your defenses, that you naturally come to life. You don't have to try to get emotional. You don't have to try to feel or anything. It automatically happens.
You have a striped shirt on.
What am I saying?
That's obvious.
So you all know what?
So the third moment is her comment on what your behavior was.
We call it that sweet moment. Okay. We can have 300 moments if you really on your toes.
You may have shocked them, you may have made them angry, or you may have made them laugh. So in your third moment, you will read the meaning of what the other person has done. So it's just a very, very simple way of funneling down and being able to focus on one moment. And if you can do it once, you can do it twice, 3 times. And ultimately, you should be able to do it in every moment in your repetition.
Shaking yourself into place.
Shaking myself into place.
Shaking yourself into place.
Yeah, shaking myself into place.
Yeah, you're shaking yourself into place.
Yeah, you thought that was funny?
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
You thought that was funny?
I thought it was funny.
It was funny.
So, okay, it was funny.
It was funny.
It was funny.
Okay.
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 I got it, okay.
I understand too.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Oh.
Oh.
That's good. Was absolutely that's the way you do things. Repetition. By taking it not from the lyrics, from that.
Words lie. People lie all the time. We don't work off the words. We work off the behavior or what's behind the words. So when we're working with text, we're working with why the person is saying what they're saying, how they feel about what they're saying. And then we allow ourselves to do that and let you come into it, and I will let the words come out of me based on what you do. That's how they come out. So they will change a little bit every time. It will never be exactly the same. And it can't be, because life isn't stagnant. So if you do exactly the same thing the same way every single time, it's lifeless.
Not in the words. We're interested in keeping the repetition and working off the person's behavior, not from what they say, but what their behavior is from my point of view. You're nervous.
I am nervous.
You are nervous.
I am nervous.
You are nervous.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous.
You dancing?
I'm dancing?
You were dancing.
I was dancing?
You weren't dancing?
I wasn't dancing.
You weren't dancing.
Right, I wasn't dancing.
Okay, you weren't dancing.
Okay, you weren't dancing.
Okay, you weren't dancing.
Right, I wasn't dancing.
Right, you weren't dancing. So you're bored.
No, I'm not bored.
You're not bored?
No, I'm not bored.
Impatient, yeah.
There's a fear there not to change the repetition.
Well, if you're afraid, get ready.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So nice. So is everybody.
You have a big watch on.
I have a big watch on?
You have a big watch on.
Right, I have a big watch on.
So what if you have a big watch on?
Exactly, so what if I have a big watch on?
Exactly. So what if you have a big watch on?
You don't get upset with me.
I'm not upset with you.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe it?
No, I don't believe it.
No, you don't believe it?
You're being stupid.
I'm not being stupid.
Yes, you're being stupid.
I'm not being stupid.
You just disagreeing.
Just disagreeing?
Just disagreeing.
I'm just disagreeing.
Right, you're just disagreeing.
I'm not just disagreeing.
You're not just disagreeing.
I am not just disagreeing.
Okay, you made your point.
Okay, I made my point.
Yeah, okay, you made your point.
I made my point.
Yeah, you made your point.
I made my point.
Right, you made your point.
I made my point.
Your pants are wrinkled.
My pants are wrinkled.
Your pants are wrinkled.
My pants are wrinkled.
You don't care.
No, I don't care.
You really don't care.
No, I really don't care.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Okay, you don't.
Okay.
Don't get testy.
I'm not getting testy.
You're not getting testy.
No, I'm not getting testy.
You're getting irritated.
Yeah, well, okay, I'm getting irritated.
Okay, well, glad you admitted it.
Well, I'm glad that you think so.
Getting sarcastic.
No, I'm not getting sarcastic.
Oh, you're not getting sarcastic.
No, I'm not getting sarcastic.
Okay, you're not getting sarcastic.
Okay, so forget about it.
Forgotten about it.
Oh, you've forgotten about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What's so funny?
What's so funny?
Yeah, what's so funny?
Well, you're kind of funny.
I'm kind of funny.
You're kind of funny.
Yeah? How so?
That's what I don't like.
When we teach it, we say you're not allowed to ask questions. Now, it's Sandy's technique, so when he's teaching it, he can do whatever he wants. But the reason that we make statements, for the most part, instead of ask questions, is the first thing when I ask you a question that you do is think. You have to think, what's the answer? And the whole point of the Meisner technique is to get out of your head, stop thinking, and work from your instincts. So that's one reason that we turn things into statements. The other reason is that 90% of the questions that you ask are just social. You already know the answer to. You know, are you okay? Your friend is sitting there crying and you say, are you okay? Well, obviously you know they're not. So it's really a meaningless question. So what we do is we just cut through all that. We go right to the heart of the matter.
What's it all about?
Contact?
Contact always.
Being able to see what's going on in the other person, in their behavior.
Yes. What is going on in the behavior?
Your attention shouldn't be on yourself and your response, which becomes mental. It should be spontaneous from the other person's behavior.
Is it just something we do to pass the time away? What's the purpose of it, do you think?
Well, if you use this while you were doing a play or a scene, it would seem to me that it would tend to keep what you were doing in connection with what the other person that you were playing off of was doing.
I think we do this in life. I mean, we do this all the time when we're talking about anything with someone. We work off their behavior, whether we know it or not, but this puts it so we can do it under imaginary circumstances. It makes us more sensitive.
Yeah. That's the living part in your definition, to live truthfully under imaginary. That's the life part of it. It's what happens between the two people.
You can't do anything unless the other fellow makes you do it.
What happens depends not upon you, but upon what the other fellow does.
And that's really the core of the technique, is to, make a statement, really send it to somebody, and then let them penetrate you back with their statement. And when you do that, life happens. You don't have to try. People automatically feel.
Let's say Robert is intent upon learning. I say here, is your face paralyzed?
No, my face isn't paralyzed.
Well, you seem not to express anything. You can't see it, but I can. And he's slightly confused. See? Now, we call that confusion. I hear it. Why are you shaking your head?
Because I agreed with you that you caused his confusion.
I called you to express your agreement. Without me, you wouldn't have the opportunity of shaking your head.
Yeah.
Suppose in life somebody names you Katrina talking to you. Somebody should say to you, you have a very attractive face, sort of Italian. That's really right. Don't be afraid to let out. What do you say?
He's saying, thank you.
Not the greatest dialogue that you do. Right? Now, if under imaginary circumstances, some night at a party, thank you, Miranda, at this gateway, Miranda, you have a very attractive, Italian Sanford in your face.
Well, thank you.
Now, when your strange response is emotionally has changed, that's your real response. In other words, when under imaginary circumstances, you respond the way you might in life. Your action, acting is the ability to live truthfully under imaginary circumstances.
If you do something to me, how do I know if that's within the imaginary circumstances or not? My reaction. I mean,
You know when you're in a play,
yeah.
I was once in a play. Paradise Lost. By Clifford Lips. And Stella Adler. Very good actors. And Lisa, a brother, younger. By 9 months, 1 week. Was also in it. Very good actor. We were rehearsing, and she has to slap him. The big girl, Stella. And she's got a collar. So she slapped him way out of proportion. And he was furious. He took it for a minute personally and wanted to leave the stage. But what he did was turn his fury into his performance and forgot that his sister, his older sister, had slapped him. And all of that emotion went into the performance. He didn't say, I'm not going to play with you anymore. Philip, see, it is wrong for me. It was made himself under imaginary circumstances.
When you explain things, they seem very simple. There's nothing you've explained that I think that I don't understand. Then when I do it, and it doesn't work out right, after it's over, very often I can see what I missed. But before that happens, I don't know what questions to ask to prevent me missing it.
That's the learning process. Play tennis. And you take your second lesson. And the pro says to you, you always start to serve on the right foot. When you left it,
Switch feet.
and then fix it, and after a few years, it becomes a habit. And when your way of acting is an organic habit, you have a technique that takes time.
The independent activity is our version of how to create a circumstance. When you get a scene, ultimately, there's a situation, a circumstance, it's emotional, all of that, and you need techniques how to do that. Our way of building that is through the independent activity. And it starts very simply with a difficult task that you really have to accomplish. And again, it's another way to take the attention off yourself, because if you pick a task that is almost impossible for you to do, you are forced to put 100% of your attention on it to accomplish it. And in that very act, you've gotten out of your head, your instincts will take off.
I have one. I'm just afraid to volunteer.
You're afraid to volunteer. Why?
I don't know.
I'm afraid because you'll be criticized. You're also afraid that if you're criticized, it means that you can't act. Young girl, when she older. With your family for a while.
No.
Well, what? The reality. Can hurt you. Because the beginning of your career, and don't do it correctly.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Except the very childish notion that if you don't get it right, there's something wrong.
Okay.
The next step in that, we add a time limit to it. It's called the sense of urgency. Because if something's almost impossible and I don't have enough time, I have to focus on it completely. My logic, my societal brain shuts down, and my animal and my instinctual brain takes off. The next step in that would be we add an emotional reason. And that's an emotional reason that truly affects you, overcomes you. It can be happy, it can be sad, it can be angry. It's teaching your actor's faith to believe the situation, because ultimately it's imaginary, but in that moment it's incredibly real, and your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not. So if you have the actor's faith to believe that situation's real, your subconscious will say, well, if that's true, here's how we feel about it. And all of those feelings will come flooding out.
Susan. Better.
Look at you. God.
No!
Jose!
I don't know what to do.
What is going on with you?
Susan, I don't know how to deal with you.
You don't have to deal with me. God, you're acting so weird.
I'm acting so weird! Look at me, Susan! Look at me! Look what I'm doing!
Dad, I'm seeing you!
Okay. Why? Why are you so overwrought?
If it'll help, I'll say, but I'd rather not say.
Yes, that's it. Besides.
We say in preparation, don't divulge it. And it's the same thing with any of your personal work. Nobody really needs to know what you're using. But now, when you bring it in context of an acting class, if Sandy's working with a student and it's not working, and he asks them, what are you working from? Or I do that, and the student says, I can't say, you've just tied our hands. I can't help you at all. Because I don't know what's in your mind. I don't know what's in your heart. So if I don't have that information, I can't help you. The only reason he's asking, or I'm asking, is because we see it's not working, and we want to help you find where you went off track, that little piece. So in class, yes, there are times when you will reveal things about yourself, but it's only when it's not working. If something's working, nobody needs to know.
I have a homosexual lover who is blackmailing me, who threatened to blackmail me if I didn't go live with him, and he's threatened to send this tape to my parents. And I came home, and this was in my room all torn up, and I have to meet my parents in an hour. And I have to find out if they know.
The tape is a wreck, right?
Yes.
Why don't you burn it up?
I don't know if it's the one that they listen to. I gotta know. I gotta meet them.
I can't accept that. You said it was a tape that revealed something going on
Right.
in you and another man.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That's what you said that was.
Right.
Look at it. Look at it.
Yes.
It's a bloody mess.
Right, but I'm not sure if I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. This tape was in my room, all like this, right? I have to meet my parents in an hour. I don't know whether I should go on because I don't feel that we're communicating.
Don't you worry.
Okay. I have to meet them in an hour, and I have to know if they know.
If they know what?
If they listen to this tape.
What's on it?
Dirty acts. Things. Things. Things that happen.
No. It's all mixed up. It's all confused. It's not simple. If that were the case, that revealed.
That is the tape that revealed.
And thrown away.
I'm afraid they've listened to it already.
So what?
I have to know if they listened to it already.
How will you know?
If I put it together, I could listen to it.
What for?
To know if they've listened to it.
How will you tell?
Well, I would tell because I would be able to tell if they listened to it. Because he threatened to blackmail me. He threatened to blackmail me, okay? I said, all right, he threatened to blackmail me. I come home, I see the tape that I've listened to before with him in my house, in my room, torn up. The only way it could have gotten there was if he mailed it to them. All right? Now, I have to be sure, because the reason I'm meeting them in an hour is that I'm being the best man at my brother's wedding. I left that one for last. Yes.
Your ambition is hurting you because you think that the more you can put into it, the better it is, and the better it will be. The most difficult thing to learn is the art of simplicity. I ask you why, if that's the tape, specifically, what tape is it?
This is the tape of sexual acts between myself and another man.
You made noises.
Noises. Names said.
I see. Well, common sense would dictate you to throw that in the garbage. But from that point on, you did a drama.
I don't understand because...
I'm sorry, you don't.
Okay.
You see, your main objective is to be superior. that have nothing to do with the basic objective.
I'm not sure I'm communicating to you what the setup is. Maybe I am, but it's confusing or something.
You don't want your family to know that you're homosexual, right?
That's right.
And this tape is a giveaway.
Right.
Look at the tape. What condition is it?
It's all tangled up.
So why don't you throw it away?
Because that's not the setup that I set up. I mean, I have to go by my setup.
Setup.
I didn't explain it to you correctly. Can I explain it over again just one more time?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll explain it from the very beginning. Okay. I had sexual relations with a man. He's blackmailing me. He has repeatedly threatened to blackmail me and showed me this tape that he had. Today,
How is he going to black?
he's going to put this in a place, send it, give it, hand it to my parents so that they can listen to it. And it would reveal that to me, to them. Okay? Today is my brother's wedding. I know it's getting complicated. Today's my brother's wedding. See, those were the prior, today's my brother's wedding. I come home. He's marrying a woman. Okay, so I'm coming home to get ready to be his best man. Okay, and I see this tape in my room all torn up. I don't know if my parents listened to it or not, and if they did listen to it, I don't know what they heard. So I have to go to the church, and I have to know before I go there, because if they listen to it, I'm not going to face them. That's my setup, and that's it.
What are you going to do?
What am I going to do? What?
At the church.
I'm going to be my brother's best man. And my parents are going to be there. And I have to face them. No, if they heard this, and if they heard this, if this is what I think it is,
Yeah.
and they heard it,
Yeah.
I can't face them.
So what will they do?
They'll jump off the Empire State. I don't know what they'll do. I mean, in real life, what will they do?
Let me tell you something. One of the difficult things in acting and everything is the art of simplicity.
Yes.
And you miss it. See, now I'm telling you what I think.
Right.
Your sense of simplicity is so complicated.
Yes.
It's so full of irrelevance. Look at it. Did you take can anybody unravel that? Throw this in the body. Throw it happy. Throw it over. That's all the problem.
Isn't it supposed to be a difficult independent activity?
Get on that one.
That wasn't difficult?
Now, wait. If that tape and the record of what studies constantly said in his last speech, and the cat on it. Then before you kill the cat. Now, why do you have to unwrap that tape?
It's priceless. Oh, the makeup, makeup? Oh, no, the makeup, something.
Because we visit center library and we will give you, we will buy it from you for $5,000. That's the event activity.
To be a student of Sandy's was life-changing, literally. He's the most authentic person I ever met in my life when it came to this. His demands were huge. If he thought you had talent, you couldn't get away with anything. He would ream you for 45 minutes for the tiniest mistake. But what he was doing in that is he was looking way deeper into you than you could see, and he was saying, come on, you have more in you.
What did I tell you?
Get up.
Did you do more?
No.
Now, I'll show you what you do. This is my career is at stake, right? I want to be there. What do you want me to do?
Get up. That's a serious problem. It is. I don't know. Yes. Yes.
Well, yeah. Hello. Eventually, you might know that when we say big liquor, I don't mean that. You are this.
Yes.
I'll tell you what.
All right.
You are this.
Yes.
I can't do it. You lack a lot of simplicity of knowing that enough is enough.
You know, you don't need an atom bomb. Firecrackers move us. Little simple things in life move us every day, and for the most part in bigger ways. So we try to get actors to be very, very simple in their work because that's honest. You don't need to work very hard. You just need to work right.
You're happy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. You look like you're
Oh, God, don't see
some
me.
strange guy.
No, I'm not.
Are you not?
No, I don't really, frankly.
You turn to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, fine.
Would you just move back, please?
Would I move back, please?
Okay. Now, there's something good about this, but it's outweighed by what is not so good. You seem to have a legitimate, independent activity, but you're not doing it wholeheartedly. You see, because she's here. What's missing from you is that you're not waiting for something to really come off here. You're too anxious to play the repetition. That word repetition is there because it teaches you authentic contact. It teaches you to really listen to the other fellow. But now it has to begin to condition you to repeating, but on a deeper level than white shirt, white shirt, white shirt, white shirt. Try it again.
The knock at the door originally is just another way to isolate a moment. People think that acting is talking, so it's only in the dialogue. But again, a knock has a meaning. If someone knocks on the door, pounding on it, chances are you're not going to walk over to that casually, because it's either a fireman telling you the building's on fire or somebody wants to beat you up.
Breathing heavily.
Damn it.
You do want to talk.
No, I don't! Jesus. That's stupid.
That was stupid? You looked at me and then you say that was stupid?
But I'll tell you something that was not bad. You were stupid. You should realize it. Instead of playing the game.
Could you explain that further?
He said you were stupid. They interrupted. Then, what is so clearly important to them? You're a sensitive girl. You must appreciate that he was right. So in life, you will shut up.
You're right. In life, I would have. Well, in life, I would have either left or
silently, without
Because I knew that I was in an exercise. Instead of, you know, accepting my imaginary circumstances for what
What happens when you get like exercise conscious or something happens inside and you get self-conscious? You start
relax and start as if you were at the beginning.
Let's say Kurt is doing his activity, and all of a sudden he gets self-conscious that he's up in front of the, you know, that he's working instead of really doing what he's supposed to do, and that bubbles up inside of him, and then he becomes aware of it, that he's feeling that. What do you do as an actor doing the exercise with that feeling that's very real? So how do you learn that? That's wrong. Right? It's wrong. Then you say to yourself, something's wrong. Then you stop. Then you just stop? You stop what you're doing. Okay. You don't try and go on.
Very simple. And he sings a phrase badly. If he chooses to stop. That's simple.
Then that stops the exercise, right? Because that's the truth for you then?
Sure. Lie down. You gotta practice. You're one of those. You gotta practice. Meditation. 20 minutes before you go to work. After work.
I have to practice my relaxation.
No.
Please, I can't. No.
Am I hurting you?
You're interfering with me.
Oh, yeah. I'm crazy.
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. No. Go over there. Go this way. Yeah, that's right. You try and get rid of the thing that's interfering with your task, no matter what it is. As much as you can.
Okay. Lie down. You're supposed to be dead. Right?
I'm dead.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Listen to me.
Get rid of you.
Right. Hey.
Yes! I'm dead! Oh, I'm confused. Okay. All right, can we do it again? Okay. Please don't do that. Because you're interfering with me. No, I don't want to talk about it. No, please. I want you to leave. Yes. Even if you don't understand it, I want you to leave. All right. I'm going to go back. Don't worry what I'm going to do. Don't worry. Great. Bye-bye. Yeah, I see you.
It's also a transition into the beginning of what our real improvisation is. The person outside the door is coming from a real place. The person in the room is trying to do something, and those two emotional worlds will collide.
Studying. What is it?
Okay, I heard you.
All right.
Okay. Recognize. Very truthful. The question here is, can you give and take? Not come to reality with the pinch and the ouch.
The pinch and the ouch goes back to the repetition. It basically says, I give you a stimulus. That stimulus causes an emotional response. That's really all the pinching the ouch is.
Not to do anything until the other fellow makes you do it. Joan, how you feel?
What do you mean how I feel? Come on now. Is that a stupid question or is that a stupid question? I mean, don't look at me like that either. I'll slap you right in the face. We're going to slap you? Want me to slap you? What's the matter with you?
What happens
He said, what do you do when you're on stage and you're in a play and you're not getting what you need from your partner?
I think you should do what's coming to you naturally, even though you only accept the words from your partner on the assumption that he will build up your level.
And if he doesn't?
If he doesn't, it's not going to help you. But you still have to play it in relative isolation. And that's not very good. But you have to do it.
When you say in isolation, does that mean not in full contact with your partner?
It means that his words have to carry the brunt of what you need from it. See?
It sounds doing an independent activity, and that's very important to me. You said that would be my priority, but if my partner came in and what was going on with her, or what seemed to be going on with her, seemed more important, would I go with that then?
You would feel it here.
Okay, so whatever you are made to do, you do.
What is that dream?
How you react off the other person from their behavior. What it makes you do.
From their behavior to your
behavior. Oh, I see. Okay.
If I say, I am a young pianist, and tonight is my great opportunity to play a concerto with Philharmonic, right? And I'm practicing. Now, you and Robert are to the piano while I'm practicing. that moves the piano before. It's a piano. What would you like to say?
Yeah.
What else? No question. I think that's very clear. January, I'm ready to pretend to understand when you don't know what is going on. I don't mind. You're not understanding, but you're a fool. If you don't understand. You're putting your ego above your need to blame.
When you work and you experience a lot of frustration, because although you understand what's being taught, you find it hard to do it. And let's say you keep trying, you're very, very frustrated as a student. What do you think, how can you help yourself? What is the best thing to do or the best thing to tell yourself?
Keep working. Can you give me a specific example?
Sure. Yesterday when I worked, I went home and I realized that things were happening that made me feel that I wasn't following directions as carefully as I could have with the technique. And I realized that feeling that frustration inhibited me from being able to ask maybe a question that could have helped me. It's like discouraging. It makes you scared to get up again. It makes you, it like freezes you almost. And it's,
Why does it freeze you?
Because the experience makes you hate yourself.
Why do you hate yourself?
Because you feel lousy doing lousy work. Because you want to be good and you disappoint yourself. Yeah. So we have to forget about wanting to be good.
But what do you do?
Forgive yourself?
Nothing so delicious.
I guess what you said was just forget it, do it again. Keep going.
And again, and again. Again, and again.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Everyone. But how do you get over it?
Keep working it.
Yep. What else?
When I came in and Kurt was intent on his activity, and I didn't adjust truthfully to that, would that be the equivalent of being on stage and fabricating more than is really going on?
Yes. Or doing what you think the character would do.
Should be doing it in your...
Yes. What should you have done?
If I reacted truthfully, I would have left, because I saw that he was very intent.
What's wrong with it? Very good. Show us the signs.
So, stand up. So much of the technique seems to be based on doing, truthfully, under imaginary circumstances. In the free improvisation, when you're coming to the door, I guess I search for a doing. but you don't have, I don't find that I have something, an object to do to, because I have to be done to by the other person. So the tendency is to feel like you're up there with nothing to do.
That's that you're up there with nothing to do.
The tendency, I mean, right. I guess what I would say that you're doing is responding to what's going on inside the other person.
Inside you.
You're responding to what's going inside. That's the doing.
Wait a minute. That is very vital question. Right? Are you acting now, or are you not?
I believe I'm acting.
What were you doing?
I was waiting.
So you were doing something?
Yes.
Yes. Now, you're saying, see, is the comment on the fact that I had put ashes into the ashtray.
Yes.
You do too much.
Yes. There's something wrong with commenting on you're putting ashes.
If you can't everything,
If you can't help it, you comment. You can.
there's a reason for coming in. Don't you?
Right.
Get you in. From that point in time, he's going to make you act.
The other person.
Can you wait until he does?
Yes.
I'm not so sure. I think in your case, you feel if you don't keep on exhibiting yourself, you're going to be a failure.
That's true.
You will go first. He also acts only stands and waits.
There's no such thing as nothing. We're always doing something. Even silence has a myriad of meanings. So every moment that you're alive, you are feeling, doing, breathing. So yes, one of the things that we do is try to get people away from trying to be something, because you don't have to try. You already are. And if you can relax into that, you can't be better than that. That's 100%. We have something called the reality of doing, which is whatever you're asked to do, you do it 100%. So it's not try to be 100%, just be 100%. And if we ask you to count the light bulbs, really count them. Don't play at it, don't act it, just count them. Because now you're real. And if we capture that on film, it creates incredible moments. And that's why you will see over our 71-year list of alumni that 90% of them have moved into film and television incredibly easily, because this work is magic for the camera.
jerk.
Yeah, you should feel like a jerk.
What? I feel like a jerk?
I know you're here.
You know I'm here.
I know you're here.
What is it with you?
What is it with me?
You gonna cry?
No, I'm not going to cry.
Feel very guilty.
You feel guilty.
Yeah, I feel guilty. I don't understand.
You don't understand.
No.
No.
Was it funny?
That's funny. Forget it.
Okay, forget it.
Okay, forget it.
You don't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you don't know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
You can't know what I'm talking about. It's stupid.
Okay.
It's stupid.
Stupid.
You don't care.
I don't care.
Sorry.
You're sorry?
What?
It's over. What is this all about?
We're brothers and sisters. And he was supposed to pick me up to go to the beach Saturday.
Going to the beach. A few days ago.
Yeah, last Saturday.
So,
Well, he didn't pick me up. He never showed up. And didn't call.
you know, it was authentic, isn't it? The fact that you were expecting somebody else and were coy with the door. That was okay. That takes in the element of the knock having a meaning. What was the meaning of boyfriend? Right? Your attitude towards him was valid.
Was valid.
I was expecting you to either leave or lose your temper.
Kept on switching.
What did you want here?
I came to borrow money from her.
Why?
Because, again, I haven't met my rent for the last, now it's 3 months now. She's loaned me money before, and it was really, she's just the only person I could come to, and I didn't want to have to come and ask her, but I had no other choice. I had to. So besides feeling guilty and then the way she was treating me, I didn't know what to do. It made it even that much harder. So I was controlling my temper for fear that I was really going to alienate her, and then there was no chance that I was going to be able to get it.
You were aware of that?
Yeah.
What was your urgency?
I had a chance to get an apartment, and I was supposed to have called the man to give him the money, 2 months' rent. I was supposed to call him before 2 o'clock, and I can't find his number. And I really need the apartment, and I really want it.
Do you need that?
You don't.
It seems careless to the point of being illogical.
Do you mean careless in
losing his interest?
I see.
If your choices are imaginatively true, their emotional problem is being solved. When your choices are debatable, it's forcing you to act. I saw that she was playing urgency, but I also saw that she was playing it with a feeling that it should be there, but wasn't doing anything to her. Did you understand that?
I do.
You didn't prepare. You stated the facts and let it go at that. Right. As a beginning, it had some value. What it missed was a release on your part of what she might have been doing to you.
I controlled it because of the circumstance, because of the fact, right?
But you can't do that.
Right, I was aware of it.
Conversationally. In a play, you might have to. After all, once you knock at that door, whatever brought you there has to be forgotten. The rest of it depends on her.
Preparation lasts only for the first moment. So if I am coming to your door, I am coming from some place. And that some place in the training would be an emotional place. So let's say I'm coming from getting the news that my father died, and I'm very emotional about that. And I come into the room. Bad actors will play that emotion. They will try to hold on to it for the entire scene. But a great actor uses it only as the first moment. It brings them onto the stage, and then again, they put their attention on what's going on in the room.
Let me ask you, if you can remember, what was she doing to you?
She's made me feel guilty, uneasy, perturbed. Felt very foolish.
Why'd you say so? My friend, listen, you know what that is? It's something you buy at Shopwell, and it's called Blackland. What does it do?
It enhances the flavor. That's what it says on the...
Well, you mean it has a flavor to begin with.
The food you put it on has a flavor, and that...
To begin with.
Yes. That's what preparation does for your acting.
If I say, I want to say, what your natural gift is, what do I say?
I want to see what we have to work with instinctively.
Talent. I can't tell you exactly what talent is. I don't know. I can tell you what I feel about talent. It's in the definition. We talk about it in the first class, that he said acting is the ability to live truthfully under the given imaginary circumstances. Now, he had worked on that sentence for 71 years. Funny, he didn't use the word talent. He didn't say acting is the talent to live truthfully under the given imaginary circumstance. Because had he said that, most people would be X'd out. Raw, pure talent comes along once in a while. Marlon Brando had raw talent. I believe Marlon could have studied with a plumber and he would have been a good actor, because he had it. At 23 years old, he was doing Streetcar Named Desire on Broadway, and he's completely wide open. He's holding nothing back, and he's showing people a form of acting that almost nobody had seen before. When I was 23 years old, I was still figuring out who Marty was. So I didn't have that talent that he had. But what I am is I'm Irish and I'm tenacious, and when I want something, I will work at it until I get it. So he said it's an ability, and an ability is a skill. And the cool thing about a skill is it's learnable.
You know, I've been watching you a long time, and it's my observation that you have a big talent. I've seen you over there. I've seen you get up and work. And I think you have quite a talent. That depresses you.
No, it makes me wary for some reason.
Wary?
Yeah, I'm. Yeah.
Because I say you have a great deal of natural talent. You got suspicions of me. Why have you so little confidence in yourself?
I don't know.
I said, I think he has talent. I think she does too. What's wrong with why they're not more alone?
Trust.
In what?
In their ability.
It's pretty deep. I think thinking, given circumstances which really set you off. Just a minute. If somebody gave you $50,000 to do what you wanted, don't pay your rent. See? It's too vague. It's too commonplace.
The things that really do mean something to me. Things that I would like to do.
Would like to do.
Wrong choice of word. Like, things that mean a lot to me. Things that I want to do more than like. Things that excite me, not like.
I like the word excite. These people better start with thinking. Seriously. It's liable to cut in Andy in this procession.
Even if you look at Stanislavski's work himself, in his later work, right before he stopped, he gave up emotional recall. And emotional recall is basically saying that if I go to an event 7 years ago that really happened to me, and if I sit down in a chair, close my eyes, relax, if I remember the sounds, who was there, what they were wearing, and relive that event, that I will feel the emotion from that event. It does work. It is true. But Sandy threw it away for a variety of reasons. One, he felt that actors, great actors, tend to be introverted personalities anyway, and that when they were going back and they were reliving these traumatic events, say your dad beating you with a belt when you were 10, that it tended to shut the actor down. It didn't open them up. It closed them off even more. Another reason that he changed it is he felt that meanings do change. You know, I'm 6'3". When I was 6, I was 3'2". So my dad beating me with the belt was traumatic, but now I tower over my father. So that very same thing that was traumatic then may not mean that to me now. And probably the most important reason he changed it is he felt it wasn't healthy. It's not a healthy way to work. Dustin Hoffman did Death of a Salesman on Broadway. After 6 months of doing that 8 times a week, method work, he had a nervous breakdown and he had to take a break from the show because he's reliving all this stuff, all this real stuff that happened to him. And in our work, Sandy felt that something that we all do, each one of us, is we daydream, we fantasize. So what preparation really is a specific form of daydreaming. And it's an emotional daydream. And the beauty of that is it comes from your imagination. We start with a core truth, you know, something like, I love my mother, and I will feel that love. And once I'm full of that love, which is real, I'll create a situation in my imagination that I'm seeing her in a hospital and she's about to have an operation and I'm afraid she's not going to make it. Again, my subconscious doesn't know that that's not true. If I have very strong actor's faith, I will feel that emotion. But my mother isn't sick. So after it's over, I can let that go and I can go home and be healthy and I don't have to stay in this torture and this trauma.
What's that?
This is my independent activity.
What is it?
I'm going to forge my father's signature on a check.
Very happy. What's the most important word in this vocabulary?
Why?
So why?
I work at a restaurant and I took $1,000 from it, and they just called me up and told me that they know I did it, and that if I'm not down there in an hour with $1,000, they're going to call the police and turn me in. So I don't have $1,000.
Wait a minute. I don't believe you. You know why? Because the perspiration is not breaking out on your head. That's talent. So break.
When we use the term imaginary circumstances in the definition, what we are really talking about is the medium that you are working in, whether you're working on a stage, whether you're working in film, whether you're working in television, radio, even writing. It's ultimately an imaginary situation. But the key and the art comes in is, can you believe that imaginary situation to the point that it becomes real?
Me is something that you use if you need it. Otherwise, they'll you go to school, you never think to get to the school what you already don't have. The most you get is a discipline. Let's see. What's your relation?
We're lovers. We're having an affair. She's next door. She lives next door to me. We're having an affair.
What happened to you when the door opened? He picked up the chair and went back to his work. What happened to you?
When he just walked away from me, it kind of hurt me that he.
What do you want from him? Is that good or bad?
I don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it.
No.
You don't.
I'm being forced to do that.
Well, then I wonder. Do more than just state that to myself, because it's not involving you sufficiently on a purely instinctive basis. Right? You know where you're going?
Uh-huh.
You want to?
Yeah. Well, it's making a choice between this and my husband.
Going back to your husband?
No, he's moving, and I have to move with him.
What's it gonna mean for you personally?
To move with him?
Don't answer me. Does he need anything? How much? Don't ask me. I say in the corniest way that she's not acting the part as well as she might. Whatever that means. Start again. Isn't going well. Isn't going well.
Is it going, yeah, so far.
Then change it.
I look like I saw the ghost. What are you crying about?
Not going to tell you what to do. See, but you're not in trouble. Nothing expresses it. I don't care what you do when you get the preparation that they tell you to make it more legitimate. But if you're not in trouble, and you're not in trouble, you're not torn. So be torn. I don't care now if you do what you call overact. You're in terrible trouble, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Where's the note? And you are forced into the worst decision you ever had to make in your young life, right? Let's see what happens.
then?
I don't know, just don't.
I'm not doing anything. That's not your name.
Oh, I know it's not my name.
Don't! Shut! Don't touch that!
Lynn, just never mind, huh?
Michael, what are you doing?
Never mind. Just never mind. Oh, God.
Something.
I wanted to take it back.
What?
I wanted the charm back.
Where is it?
Where is the charm? I don't know. He's got it. To take it back? Oh, God, he sure did.
Why didn't you do it?
I don't know. I guess I didn't really come to get it.
You know, if you say to an actor at a party, see that woman, or see that man talking to your wife, he's trying to make out with her. You don't look up a director to say, how do I feel at a moment like that? It rushes up on you, right? You've got to yourself. The very necessity to feel that you have to do something is part of your theatrical drive. This was a shade better because it was more accurate. See, I am deliberately, consciously staying away from preparation.
Preparation, simply defined, is the self-stimulation of emotion.
85% of the actors, some good actors, never heard it, don't know how to spell it. But if they know that they're going to have to break off a love relationship, they don't need preparation for that. If Michael knows he's going to go to jail, what does he need preparation for? For an actor, not you. So act.
I want to see us go with what we've given ourselves. Live it out as fully as we can, not hold back.
Why should you hold back?
You shouldn't.
But when you do, why do you do?
Get scared, or you hold back because you think you're not doing something right. You want to do it right.
And also a lot of times because it's not what you're actually doing, it's not specific enough and doesn't give you that pinch inside you that's really going to let you go with it, so you start going up into your head and holding back. If it's really specific, and if you're really doing it, and it brings you to a life, then it's right there, it's real. You did?
Yes, you did. You told me. How do you feel it?
Jerk.
I told him.
No, he's... No, more than that. Yeah.
The camera company.
Don't do that shit again. Don't do it again. And don't pull those tears with me either.
Shut up!
No!
See if he's out. What's he doing?
Looking for something. You've lost something? Okay, you lost something.
Yeah, I lost something.
Okay, you lost something.
All right.
I just said you lost
All
something.
right, I
Bite
know
my
you
head
said it.
off.
Liza, you want me to leave?
I would like you to leave. You're real smart.
Right.
Okay.
I was just looking for my key. I can't leave unless I can lock my own door. I'm supposed to be shooting a commercial this morning. And doing some wishful thinking with the money I'd be getting.
I don't know what that inspiration is. What do you want? Let's add something to this. Now, let's add the first moment, which is the meaning of the knock. You know what I would like to do? I would like you to do some good. Stock the pattern. It means indicates if you've got a good problem with that emotional potential. Both of you. Then indicate that later, when I bring in the preparation, you can turn that into something more valid or way to each other.
Brother and sister.
You know, that's no relation.
Well,
that's it. There's
that,
more to it.
There's more. That's our physical relationship.
Surface.
You know.
Make it specific.
Yesterday, my boyfriend told me that he overheard my brother tell someone that I could not act my way out of the paper bag.
That happens to everyone.
I know.
I think it's gotta be something greater, you know. You gotta go down. Good. Stop with me. How is it? Establish a relationship. Suppose that is the fella you live with. And you found out he was constantly unfaithful to you. So you threw him out. So, on the surface, how do you feel?
I don't want any part of it.
Let's say you're gonna come back here because you left your gold chain with the crucifix on it, and you've got to get it.
Okay.
That's how you're gonna know. Now, you don't know how she feels.
Right, she threw me out.
She threw you out. That was a month ago, right?
Right.
Now, what you don't know is, how does she feel about you?
I don't know. I assume she... All right.
You assume she didn't want to be. Assume that it's all right.
Okay.
And you're gonna do it. Right? You're gonna knock on the door.
Right.
What he used. Right. Go inside.
Indicate, right?
Not you. I want to talk to her. You are very sorry to hear that you threw him out. The treasure, the expression, isn't so tragic. You know, you get over it. And you miss it very much. So, when you see him Then you gotta go on the assumption that it's come back to you, and you've got your feel about it. It's pretty much what you have now, except do it even more. But then play the word repetition. What are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna untangle some gold chains.
Good job, go.
I know.
One for you. So before you answer the door,
Okay.
How do you feel?
I miss him. I miss him.
Miss him. Hungry. Wait. And how do you know it? Because you say it. I want to know it from your behavior. I can't wait.
Can you come back?
Could I come back?
Can you come back?
I don't know what you're talking about, Susan.
It doesn't matter, Jose.
Come back, I'm here.
Just come back. Just leave him come back, okay?
Leave and come back?
Leave him come back.
All right.
No, Jose, please. Jose, please don't come here. Jose, no, please. Just go, please.
Wait a minute. Why would you do it to go?
Because, I'm not supposed to have these.
What?
I don't want him to see what I'm doing.
Within the drawer.
Yeah, but I wanted to get him back out again.
Why?
Because I wanted to untangle them.
Which was more important?
Well, I thought I could have both. This was more important now.
I don't think so. You pushed him on the head.
want to just...
Never mind. Don't figure anything out. The first part was quite good. If you had followed the line that you established by pushing it on the bed, that would have been right. What happened to you? You were surprised.
Right.
Why?
Because I assumed she didn't like me.
What about her behavior right now?
Oh, well, I thought it was bizarre. It was unexplainable to me.
Then she threw her arms around.
Well, the whole thing. I mean, she throws her arms around me, and then she hustles me to the bed. She tells me to come in and go out. I kissed her on the forehead, and I didn't know what to do. I mean,
Why didn't you wait for when she did? Why do you have to figure out what you're going to do? What you do doesn't depend upon you. It depends on what the other fellow does.
Yes.
Is that true? Yes, it's true. What was she doing?
Treating me confusingly. She put her arms around me.
Is that confusing?
Well, for someone who kicked me out, it is, yes.
The moment.
The moment confused me. I don't know what to say.
Right after that, were you still confused?
Yes.
Well, that's your problem. You could be confused. I doubt whether you were also someone who means. I liked everything you did, except when you told him to go out, because that was end work. You follow? You dropped what you had begun in order to go back to what? To the exercise.
Yep.
You see?
Yes, I did.
She threw her arms around
Right.
with affection. Right.
Right.
She brought you in with affection. She pushed you on the bed with affection. What more do you want? A diagram. If a girl handles you that way, an object is very unlikely in husband. Thinking is the enemy of affection. Not anymore complicated. Perfect example. There's no relationship. What was it supposed to be?
Well, lovers.
And,
That's obvious. But what is the relationship?
he's just cast me in a dream role. Which is no good because it really didn't mean anything to me.
It's so general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your lovers doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's too casual.
General. You went to college together. She lives in California. You were the best of friends. You're visiting New York. Don't prepare for anything. Go outside and knock.
Yeah, didn't expect me, did you? No! So how you doing?
Wait a minute. The beginning was near it. Then you went into dialogue. And that should have gone on for 10 minutes. I'm trying to illustrate in a very modest way that relationships are emotionally acted out, not in your head. The director or the playwright preferably says these two girls were the best of friends. Nobody's been better friends lately. In college, in high school, they were born in the same town. She lives in California. You live in New York. And you corresponded. You were very into it. And you corresponded. That's what you would be told. Now this is where you live, Liza, right? And you're expecting the grocery to send you your order, right? And you are the friend who shows up without ever saying anything from the Napa Valley. And don't stop until I stop you. Groceries.
Skinny.
Okay. Take me. Liar. What will you consider the worst thing a God can do to you?
Can I ask you any questions or just?
Make it up for yourself. He doesn't even have to know.
I know him. I do know him.
He did something to you.
I better know him.
Rosary is in front of you. Hurry up.
Happy to see me, huh? Happy to see me.
Yep, I'm happy to see you.
Quick draw, happy to see me. Kind of relieved there.
Yeah.
Feel like you wanted to come to me then. Act like a little kid. Want to touch me?
Yeah.
It was great. You gonna cry?
No, no.
You look so relieved. You embarrassed?
Yeah, I'm embarrassed.
You're embarrassed?
Yes.
Don't hide your face.
Oh. Yeah.
Nor. What are you smiling at? Am I smiling?
hell?
Starting to laugh. Yeah. Trying to hide.
Would you shut up? Funny? Is that funny?
No, it's not funny! Don't touch me!
See, he's starting to laugh.
Yeah!
He's starting to laugh. Is it any of your business? Don't push me, pal.
Would you shut up?
You talking to me?
Just fucking shut
You
up!
talking to me? I asked you a question. You talking to me?
No, I'm sorry.
Now, I think she wants you to leave. Or are you going to do something about it, huh? It's so funny. You can't, buddy. I can't what? Give me a little room. Don't! Just back off. Just back off!
Hey, I'm helping you here! Don't you get on me!
You're a sweet guy, aren't you? You know, you're bugging. Yeah, well, you're bugging me too, buddy.
Don't put your hand on me! You want him to leave? Yes or no?
I got something I got to settle with her, and it's none of your business. You got
Well,
it?
what the hell are you waiting
It's
for?
none of your business, buddy. Oh, this is going to settle a lot, right? I got to answer to you now. It's not that easy.
That was pretty good.
What the hell are you doing here? Say something!
Please don't yell at me.
Of course I'm gonna yell! Jesus Christ! What the hell do you think I'm gonna do?
Slam the door in my face, please!
Don't tell me not to slam the door in your face, you...
What the hell do you want?
Will you not do that, please?
Well, if you don't have any...
I have something to say, okay?
You have something
I didn't mean to
say.
yell it.
Okay, you didn't mean to yell.
Well, say it then! Say it! Christ. Come on.
It's very hard to ask you.
To ask me what? To ask me what? To ask me what?
You know, I'm not a joke, you know.
What do you think I am?
You're not one either.
What do you think I
You're not
am to
one
be
either.
treated like that, huh? Get out! Get out! No!
I'm going, Mother.
Don't go. Don't go. Tell him to come back.
Don't go, come on
Come
back.
back in. You asked me to ask. You're treating me like there's a wall there.
A wall. Of course there's a wall. You put it there. I never wanted it there. You put it there. I was here. And you know that.
It's making me very crazy because I...
You're not even responding. Get out! Get out! I mean it!
I know you mean that!
Go now! Please go. Please.
God damn it, I can't do a motherfucking thing right, can I? No! Look, I'm sorry I get under your skin so much. Just stay over there. I don't know what I want you to do.
Cut. I wouldn't let this stop until emotionally it came to a better ending. And what better ending than that?
I think one of the greatest things that the technique gives is we learn the lines by rote, which means mechanical, absolutely devoid of any emotional content. And the reason for that is it allows the actor to be in neutral. We don't know where the cues are coming in when you first learn this. You've only learned your part, and then you get together, and again, through the listening with your partner, that's when you actually hear when to come in. But we don't preconceive any emotion in it, and therefore when we actually begin to work, we're free to go anywhere.
Now listen, you know, the start, I go by it.
Yeah.
Let me hear you say it out loud, without expression, without interpretation. Just repeat the words. Let's hear it.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Uh-oh. Who's... Oh, say...
All right, that's enough. Do it again.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
Okay, tell it secretively.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
Okay. Now, first, you ready for it? I wrote. Right? Then, since they're sitting next to each other, I said, tell them a secret. Tell it to me from where you're sitting without my noticing. Now, that's not the original intention of those words. Does anything new tell you how you should like, would like to do it? The way it's intended to be done.
I have some preconceived idea.
Let's hear it.
I have a feeling idea. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
Another thing actors do is they learn it, well, I'm going to be mad here, so they'll memorize it that way. And the problem with that is when they get on the set and the director says, I don't want you to be mad, I want you to be this, they can't let go of that because they put it into their subconscious that these words mean a certain thing. And that's going to create very stale, presentational, one-dimensional acting. But when you've learned them by rote, you don't know how they're going to come out. So basically, again, I'm free to put my attention on you, allow you to affect me, and then it's going to take off and go wherever it goes.
I say to you, learn your lives by rote. By no instruction, by rote.
Most people, when they come from another acting tradition, learn their cues. That's what most actors have done. They memorize both people's lines, but they really only memorize the last line before the other person's going to talk and their line. So most of the time when they're working, they're not listening. They're just waiting to hear that cue line so that they can say their line.
Shoes? Yeah.
Don't do it. I'll show it to you. The last word in my speech is going to be El Morocco. Not like you. And your answer is yes. I'm Susan. What?
Bone.
And Susan Bone. That's your answer. What is you?
El Morocco.
I know you. You're Susan Bone. And I met you about a week ago. I came in very late with some friends, and we sat down at a table right near you, and we were introduced. What I think is at El Morocco.
Yes, I'm Susan Bone.
You're pretty late. When did the impulse for that come?
When you said my name.
Let me try to illustrate it. We'll do it through emotion.
Okay.
My cue is El Morocco.
Okay.
And my name. Well, by the time I get to it, I'll remember it.
Okay.
See?
I think I know you. I think your name is Sanford Meisner, and I studied with you at one time. And there was a school, and it was across the street from this club, and there were like stripes on the front, and they were blue and white stripes, and there was an awning on the front, and it said Club El Morocco.
Where did the impulse come from? When?
I think I know you. I think I know you. Responded.
No. You said you Sanford. Way at the beginning a speech. You see? Otherwise, you get this. Do it again, but it doesn't have to be so big.
Okay. You look like a man by the name of Sanford Meisner, whom I once knew and studied with. And he had a school across the street from the Club El Morocco.
How much is it?
Impulse. Yeah.
The impulse.
Pick up the impulse, not the cue. That's simple, right? Take a walk with your partner, have a conversation, go have a cup of coffee, have a conversation in the cafeteria, if you're in our eyes, and keep washing dishes, being done 8 times in different circumstances, then see if you can let the thing happen to you the way you feel it should be done. When you feel absolutely sure
In my opinion, the real knowledge in Sandy's work are in the improvisational months. The first 3 months is all improvisation. It's all the basics, the repetition, the independent activities, the knock at the door, and the building of how to work improvisationally. Then we give you a scene, and it's just application. So you are acting, you're doing the acting in those improvisational months. And then all we do is we take the text and we put that on top of all this behavioral work. And that's why Sandy said the last thing that happens is the words.
The way in which you worked on them, you know, from rote. So the way I explained it to you, that's the way I want you to do it, with no deliberate preparation. That's very important.
It's whatever comes up from.
However you start, that's the way you start.
And no interpretation?
Of course not.
These first basic scenes, they all contain one thing in common, which is a simple human conflict. Most of the plays are out of print, you can't even find them anymore, but they're very well written for what they are, and they give the actor the possibility of exposing himself just with this one little conflict with the other person.
We finished the foundations. We already started on the house. You can just see it from here.
So you can.
Don't the stones look a nice color with the sun on them?
Oh, yes, very.
It's gonna be a grand house when it's done.
Henry, supposing when it's done, you didn't like it. I suppose you can sell it.
I suspect so. No danger of that, though. I like it all right.
You can't be certain, can you?
Of course I can. I've seen the plans, so have you. You liked them, didn't you?
Well, yes, I like the plans.
Well, you like the house.
Well, I'm just saying you can never really tell. Sometimes I like the pattern of a dress very much. But when it's done, somehow it doesn't appeal.
Well, you'll like this all right. I'll see to that. You know, I'd rather live there than anywhere else in the world. Good house.
Wait a minute. You're gonna break your neck. Rain after that year. You know? I can't do it anymore. But you know what you did? Repeat it.
I'd rather live there than anywhere else in the world.
More.
I'd rather live there than anywhere else in the world.
Give the Emmy a real push.
I'd rather live there than anywhere else in the world.
That's terrible. Just what I wanted. Do you know from having read the scene where you just come from?
No, I don't think it's indicated in the script. Is it?
It's not.
Something in this scene says that you want to move away.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I'm in love with his brother.
How do you feel about that?
Scared. Because I don't want that to happen.
Yeah. Does that the script give you any suggestion that you have an independent activity? It doesn't.
I'd imagine he's looking out the window. He's been looking at the house. being built through the window?
It's so there of anything except the dialogue. Doesn't your instinct tell you something that would make you want to do something? You just said doing wrong with his brother, right? You say, in a couple of minutes, let's move. He's just building a house. Isn't that a little crazy and unreasonable?
Yes.
Have you ever asked yourself why you say that?
Yes.
But why?
Well, the whole point of the scene is that I want him to agree to move away with me.
Why? Didn't I once tell you that that's the most significant word? You want to move. He just building a house. Why do you want to move?
Because if we don't, that'll be the end of our marriage.
I see. Well, let's start it again. And you suggest that you're beside yourself with what?
Anxiety is what comes to my mind.
But that's what comes to your mind. Act not. No matter what happens, act not. So what about you?
He's building his dream house. He's building a dream house. That's all I got from the script. He doesn't realize what's going on with his brother.
Well, of course he doesn't.
All right, so that's all I got.
If you realize that, then he don't play.
So he's just thinking of his beautiful house that he's building for his wife.
Don't think.
I just meant that he cares.
I'm trying to tell you something. What?
Not to think.
Then
just do.
What?
Just do, don't think.
What are you gonna do?
Just listen to her.
Build your dream house. What's that mean?
It means the best place in the world that I want to live. The most favorite spot in the world.
Let me see you do that.
Want me to tell you about it?
No, do it.
Okay.
Sometimes I like the pattern of a dress very much, but when it's done, somehow it doesn't appeal.
Oh, you'll like this, all right. I'll see to that. I'd rather live there than any other place in the world. It's a good house, in a perfect position in the best country in England. And nice and near the family, too.
It's near the family.
Yeah, I'll be able to come over and play with David sometimes on the farm.
Henry, you don't think it's too near the family, do you?
Heavens, no, it's nearly a half a mile away. It's just the right distance.
Half a mile isn't very far.
You don't want to cross 3 counties every time we drop in for a cup of tea, do we?
We're going to drop in for a cup of tea very often.
What is it, Marielle? I thought you liked the family. You like David, don't you?
Yes.
And you like Judy.
Oh, very much.
Is it Hannah that's upsetting you?
I don't think I like any family as a family.
That's a curious thing to say.
I don't think it's at all curious. They suffocate me.
Yeah.
Well, they suffocate each other too, but I suppose that's their business. Sometimes I feel I can hardly breathe here.
You know, the truth of the matter is that when you first came, you found the family novel and entertaining, and now the novelty's wearing off.
And I suppose now you think I'm hankering after the gay life.
Well, no, not necessarily the gay life. Certainly something new.
Henry,
Look, Mariella, you're not a little girl any longer, and you can't go skipping about all over the place at will. You gotta learn to settle down sometime.
settle down. Settle down anywhere you like, but not here.
We went all over this the other day, and it's too idiotic.
No, it's not.
I mean, you're carrying on like a temperamental child.
Not a child.
Yes, you are. I suppose it's one of the things I like about you.
What does that mean? You're carrying on like a temperamental child.
Well, what that means to me is that in order for him to say that, there should be something in my behavior.
Go back. Let me see your version of the temperamental child.
Okay.
You know, the truth of the matter is that when you first came, you found the family novel and entertaining.
And I suppose now you think I'm hankering after the gay life.
No, not the gay life necessarily, but it's certainly something new.
Well, you're quite wrong.
When we're in our own house, you won't have to see much of the family. You won't have to see them at all if you'd rather not.
And in the meantime, we stay here.
Well, naturally.
Henry!
You know, we went over this the other day, and it's too idiotic.
No, it's not!
You're carrying on like a temperamental child.
I'm not a child!
Yes.
More. Much more.
You're carrying on like a temperamental child.
I'm not a child!
Oh, yes, you are. Well, I suppose it's one of the reasons I like you.
Henry, how long have you known me?
Nearly 10 years.
And we've been married once.
Yes.
Well, during that time, have you often known me to go on about anything?
No, not often.
And if I have, it hasn't been without reason, has it?
I suppose not.
Well, I have a reason now.
Well, then what is it?
I told you!
Don't be ridiculous. That's no reason at all.
Oh, and you couldn't take it on trust.
You know, I'm not going to encourage hysterical behavior.
Henry, please, let's leave this place!
This is not easy. See?
No, yeah, I know.
And it would need to be emotionally explained to you. It would need a preparation. It would need an invention on your part of where you just came from. It's a big scene emotionally. Now, I would have been perfectly content if your instinct had grasped that those elements, and you had tried to infuse them in your playing of the scene. See, it wouldn't have been very good quality. Let's assume. See, but at least the intuition would have had some play. As it was, it didn't occur to you that Sabine is not in the text. The scene environment. It didn't occur to you that you should have an independent ability. Do you need a director to tell you that when she says, let's move out of the house, that you just that there's something very wrong with her? Director doesn't have to tell you that. That comes naturally out of your instincts. You seem to be unaware of the human situation and just making it a conversation. That's not enough. That's why I made her act like a temperamental child, which you did. 1/50th. That would have helped him. You see, it's not in the text. And you have to know that. Daniel talked about doesn't the house look nice with the sun shining on it. How does he feel about that?
He loves looking at it. It makes him
But
feel
yeah,
good.
Maria, emotional response. This business, looking out of a window and seeing things. If you were a representative of a certain school of acting, if you have to see vegetable wax with carrots, you take time off to see the carrots. That's ridiculous. If you're in an stage of rehearsal, you're still reading. See, and you read. Oh, look who's coming up the street. Missing Bush. Is you real to me? That emotionally, she's real. How do I feel about Missing Bush? Okay, so a few weeks later, they bring in the scenery. And the director gets him over to the window where you look out. What do you really see? Stage hands, scenery, stage manager, going like that. You see, you develop. No, here comes Mrs. Bush. So you don't see it. It's in you emotionally. And that is worked out in rehearsal. Daniel, the house, that the the sunlight. But it is our window for looking out and seeing things. Not in my philosophy. You decide what it means emotional. You have it while you're still sitting up. And the window is just a convention.
Sam?
Sharon, what are you doing here?
I just got in. Hello.
Oh, how are you?
You anticipated very obvious.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you overcome that tendency to anticipate?
I could be expecting someone else, or I could be really involved in what I'm doing.
I would think so. Have you ever heard of going moment to moment?
Yeah.
What moment are you involved in?
At the beginning, I'm getting a suntan.
Then that is your own life, unless something happens to change it.
Sam?
Sharon, what are you doing here?
Just got in. Hello.
Well, how are you?
Fine.
How was Hollywood?
Okay.
Did you get a suntan?
Sorta.
I'll try and catch up.
They have a studio audience for the radio show?
I may have to go over to the Guild to see about a play, and I'm looking sort of pasty, so I'll be with you in a moment.
You look fine. I mean, the back of you.
1 minute.
Sam, I have something I want to tell you. I didn't want to write, I wanted to tell you in person.
Well, what is it?
I want a divorce. Didn't you hear me? I said I want a divorce.
Yeah, I heard you. You said you want a divorce. Can't understand why.
I'm in love.
Come on, are you sober?
Yes, Sam, I'm in love.
Being married never seemed to have interfered with that before. Why the sudden decision?
I'm pregnant.
Maury?
Of course it's Maury. My God, what a lousy infant.
Oh, come on. Let's not have any high moral tone about the paternity of the child.
Sam, you're mad because your ego's been...
My ego, don't give me that crap. You're married and won't keep him out of the army now, even if you are pregnant.
Don't be a bastard. Don't talk that way.
What's the matter? Don't you like the word bastard anymore?
Sam, I'm in love for the first time in my life, and maybe the only time. Maybe it's the baby. Maybe I finally got proof I'm a woman. And being in love is something I don't deserve.
Straight from the psychiatrist's mouth.
Damn it, it's true.
It's always been Maury, hasn't it?
Yes. Yes, it's always been Maury, and now he wants me.
Oh, wake up, Sharon.
You know Maury, you know what moves him around. It's not you he wants. It's his child. The most important #1 piece of pottery in his life. He wants it, and he wants it so bad he's willing to buy the oven.
My God, you're cruel.
It's the truth, and you
I
know
don't
it.
care why he wants me. He wants me, and that's all that counts.
Oh, this time it's different.
Yes. Yes, it is different. There's a whole new ingredient, and it isn't sex, and it isn't convenience, and it isn't compromise. It's love.
I used to think there wasn't such a thing. Now I know I just forgot it, like a hope you've given up on until you feel it again. You can understand what I mean by hope, can't you?
Yes, I can understand hope.
Thank you, Sam. I knew you'd understand.
No divorce. No divorce.
Sam, look, I want to work this out. I want to make you understand. I know what you must feel.
No divorce.
Anything, Sam, anything I've got to give. Just name it, it's yours. There's no seal.
No
Sam.
divorce.
This is my last chance.
Sam, please. I beg you, let me out.
What is it, money? Hollywood. You want me to open doors?
That is the price, isn't it? You learned, didn't you?
I had a good teacher. Oh, let me. Whether you believe it or not, best wishes.
Well, it needed to be emotionally much fuller. It needed to be higher stakes.
How would you get that?
I would have to figure out what was so horrible about this life and what was so horrible about this life that I could not stand it anymore.
That would be in the preparation. I think that it was a question of relaxation.
Relaxation.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were acting to see more than you were responding to him and trusting your natural instincts to provide you with a true response.
Are you saying that I was indicating, essentially?
You weren't indicating, but you were playing yourself a little bit. Not bad, but you weren't perhaps enough so that whatever your spontaneous impulse might have been had a chance of coming out.
I think I understand. You're saying with all that tension, there's no way that a true response
You
can
stop
emerge.
it because, in a way, you're playing the obvious result. See? Suppose he said no divorce. You were never free enough to be able to laugh at him. You'd have that impulse. You understand that?
Yes.
It
If you're tense, how do you, and that's getting in your way, how do you get rid of that?
It's a tricky question, you know.
Yeah.
You worry.
I'm just curious in case it happens. It's happened before.
Well, first of all, you gotta start out by being physically neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And the difficult part is to be able to forget yourself, to be open to what's coming at you, and trust that what you worked out will be there. If you were very free, who's to say that when you say no to the horse, you don't put the pillow over your head and find much amusement in gathering that.
Yeah.
Follow?
Yeah.
Now that can happen if you're too result conscious. Sometimes the best way to solve a very serious problem is to treat it laughingly. Almost as if, you know, you can't tell whether the other fellow is kidding or not. Let's try that. It's in the way of an interpretation, but let's try it. Right? Now, when you're taking your sun bath, see, put your attention on those parts of you that you can feel. I'm getting the most heat.
Uh-huh. Okay.
What part do you want to be most tan?
My face.
Well, then put all your attention on specific parts of it.
Of my face?
Yeah, one after another.
I do this through the whole scene?
No such thing.
I just do this.
That's the way you begin.
Okay.
And it takes all your concentration to feel that heat in various parts of your face. Take your time.
Throughout the scene.
Treat it as if jokingly.
Oh, not like a comedy, or I'm not dealing with the seriousness of the situation. I see I'm a little confused.
If he has done something like taken money from my bureau drawer and lost it on a horse. The convention is, you know, that if I say, you don't go, you're a son of a bitch. Now really get down.
Sam?
Sharon, what are you doing here?
I just got in. Hello.
Well, how are you?
Fine.
How was Hollywood?
Okay.
Did you get a suntan?
Sort of.
I'll try and catch up.
They have a studio audience for the radio show?
I have to go over to the Guild to see about a play. I'm looking sort of pasty, so I'll be with you in a moment.
You look fine. I mean, the back of you.
1 minute.
Sam, I have something I want to ask you. I didn't want to write. I wanted to tell you in person.
Well, what is it?
I want a divorce. Didn't you hear me? I said, I want a divorce.
Yeah, I heard you. You said you wanted a divorce. I can't understand why.
I'm in love.
Are you sober?
Yes, Sam, I'm in love.
Being married never seemed to interfere with that before. Why the sudden decision?
I'm pregnant.
Maury!
Of course it's Maury.
Oh, God, what a lousy inference.
Oh, come on. Let's not have any high moral tone about the paternity of the child.
Ah, Sam, you're mad because your ego's been hurt.
My ego, don't give me that crap. You're marrying him now and keep him out of the army, even if you are pregnant.
Don't be a bastard. Don't talk that way.
Oh, what's the matter? Don't you like the word bastard anymore?
Sam, I'm in love for the first time in my life and maybe the only time. Maybe it's the baby. Maybe I finally got proof I'm a woman. And being in love isn't something I don't deserve.
Straight from the psychiatrist's mouth.
Damn it, it's true.
It's always been Maury, hasn't it?
Yes, it's always been Maury, and now he wants me.
Oh, come on, wake up, Sharon. You know Maury. You know what moves him around? It's not you he wants. It's his child. The most important #1 piece of pottery in his life. He wants it, and he wants it so bad he's willing to buy the oven. It's the truth, and you know it.
I don't care why he wants me. He wants me, and that's all that counts.
Oh, this time it's different.
Yes, it is different. There's a whole new ingredient, and it isn't sex, and it isn't convenience, and it isn't compromise. It's love. I used to think there wasn't such a thing, but now I know I just forgot it. Like a hope you've given up on until you can feel it again. You can understand hope, can't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can understand hope.
Thank you, Sam. I knew you'd understand.
No divorce.
Don't say that.
No divorce.
Sam, look, I want to work this out. I want to make you understand. I know what you must feel, but...
No divorce.
Sam, this is my last chance. Please? I beg you. Let me out. What is it, money? Hollywood. You want me to open doors? Well, that is the price, isn't it? You learned, didn't you?
I had a good teacher. Oh, let me. Whether you believe it or not, that's the way she's.
You have a tendency to push every actor should absolutely hate and despise adjectives because they are pitfalls for emotional pushing.
How do you mean that?
I mean, did you have a good time yesterday? Somebody says, and your answer is wonderful. But actors are not content with that. They have to give that wonderful a muscle breaking push. You know, you have any tendency like that. Just develop wariness of adjectives.
Great, wonderful, yeah, terrible.
Different. This is different. You said. It happens where you want to make clear your emotional response, your emotional.
And instead of feeling that I have to make that clear, the feeling should just be there and...
If you have it, you can't hide it. And if you don't have it, don't bother. Years ago, we were doing a play called Rocket to the Moon. You ever hear that? And I was sitting backstage with Luther and a young lady who was playing the lead. He was on stage. He was acting very well. And Luther said to me, do you think she's talented? And my answer was, terrific. That's more expressive than if I tried to break my vocal cords. It's terrific. Did you ever, was it a good party? It's dialectics. You like bacon in the I hate it.